Hi everyone, I am inside of an ice cave on the Blackcomb Glacier. This is at Whistler Blackcomb. There's a ski mountain here. You can see I'm dressed for skiing. But right now I'm on a quick little field trip to show you some of the features of the glacier. This is a glacial remnant. There's not much glacier left up here in these mountains as glaciers are receding around the world. And that's true in the Canadian Coast Range here, as well as other mountains like Mount Rainier we see closer to home. What I wanted to show you by coming in this ice cave, and by the way, I have to acknowledge that the entrance to the ice cave was posted "Do not enter." There is a risk of collapse from some of these things. I checked it out before I came in, but it's not without risk to be here, so I'm going to record a quick video for you and then leave. You want to think carefully about what could fall on top of you from above before you come into a place like this. But what I wanted to show you here was a couple different things about the glacier. One thing I wanted to show you was, if we look at the ice here, you can see there are rocks embedded in the ice. So as the glacier moves along and erodes the landscape, it picks up these rocks, and you can see these rocks are starting to melt out of the glacier, in this case where the ice cave has been forming. But if you look inside even closer, you can see deeper inside there, sorry, my finger's moving a little bit. Deeper inside the glacier, there's all these chunks of rock embedded inside the ice. So the glacier's picked them up through erosion as we've been going, as the glacier's been carving down the valley. And then the other thing I wanted to show you was the glacial bed here, which is pretty cool. The glacier can hit bedrock in places, but as the glacier moves along, it melts and freezes and melts and freezes under pressure, and as the ice compresses and then decompresses a little bit. And the process of that glacier movement means that very often it's on a bed like this of broken rock. And so the glacier is moving along under its own pressure and weight, but then there's these rocks that are getting dragged along with it. And so the glacial bed you can see here is these broken up pieces of rock. It's not actually on the bedrock itself in this place. So that helps the glacier move along. You can imagine the glacier sorts of moves. It moves along as a river on its top surface, but then the bottom is flowing on a rolling bunch of, I guess, ball bearing like, but they're big crunchy rocks that crunches up those rocks as it goes along. Some of those rocks are frozen into the glacier as we've seen, and then as those rocks are dragged along, you can imagine having several, I don't know, thousands and thousands of tons of ice pushing down on a rock like this as it hits a piece of bedrock. It really has a great erosion power to change the landscape, which explains how something as seemingly innocuous as a piece of ice can create these massive carved glacial landscapes like glacial valleys, glacial horns, cirques, and the likes. That's all for now. I just wanted to share this experience with you while we're talking about glaciers in our textbook and make it a little more real for y'all. Have a great day.